Thanks everyone for being here. We'll go ahead and get started. I'm Lindsay DeWall with U.S. Figure Skating, and we are here with our three-time U.S. champion Johnny Weir and his coach Priscilla Hill. And to get us started, Johnny, can you make a couple comments about how your training has been going and looking forward to a potential fourth national title?
Well, first of all, welcome to my world and welcome to my press conference. Training has been going really well since the Grand Prix final, and I really feel ready to compete here. I'm excited to be in Spokane, and I really would love to have the fourth title, and I'm going to fight as hard as I can for it. It has been a rough season, but I'm going to put all that aside and try to skate my best here.
Thanks, Johnny. And Priscilla, how has training been going since the Grand Prix final?
I can honestly say this is the best I've ever seen Johnny train. He is definitely ready to be here, and he's worked the hardest I've ever seen him work. I'm very, very proud of him.
Thank you. And Monty, do we have a traveling microphone? Perhaps Lynn could help us out with that. We'll go ahead and open it up to questions. Amy has a question.
Johnny, can you talk a little bit about what happened at the Grand Prix final, and also you're coming in here as a three-time champion, but some people are saying it's more of a battle for the top spot. Can you talk about being almost an underdog as a three-time champion?
A lot of people are saying that. The Grand Prix final was a really, really huge disappointment for me. I wanted to skate, and for that point in the season, I'd been trained better than for the other events that I'd had in the fall, and I was really excited to go, and I was going to do quad sal in the long program, and there were just all these things that I wanted to achieve. And then for the short program, I fell on like a crossover kind of something after like a perfect triple axel. And I was so shocked, and I didn't know what happened, but I got up and kept going, and the more the program went on, the more my hip where I went down started to hurt and tighten up a bit, and I was kind of in la-la land for the whole performance, and I forgot my step sequences, and it was just such a shocking thing to happen. And after the short program, I was in last place, and it wasn't a good performance by any means, and I went back to the hotel and started to prepare myself to do the long program and just kind of relax a little bit before I would have to get up so early the next day and go to the rink and then compete, because the Grand Prix final is a really tight schedule. And I woke up around 2:30 in the morning, and I had to crawl to the bathroom because my hip was so tight and inflamed, and I couldn't walk on it normally. I couldn't cross my legs. I went back to sleep hoping that it would be better, and the next morning I woke up and it was the same thing, crawling into the shower, kind of laying down and washing myself and trying to get ready for the day. And I went to the rink, and I told Priscilla when I came down to catch the bus that I wasn't sure what was going to happen, but I was going to see once I stretched and once I warmed up and skated the practice how I could do it. And we alerted Marina when she arrived at the rink too that morning, and I got on the ice, and I couldn't cross my leg over to do just crossovers, so I didn't know how I would be able to jump, and I didn't jump that morning, and I just decided it would be best to withdraw and not risk further injury trying just to compete one long program. And in addition to withdrawing from Grand Prix final, I had to withdraw from doing a show in Red Square and two with Art on Ice in Moscow. And that was something I was really looking forward to, because being an American and invited to perform in Red Square is such a huge honor. And it was all the best Russian skaters and some Russian celebrities and stars. And it was something I wanted to be a part of so much. So as much as Grand Prix final was a disappointment, it was another huge blow to have to forfeit the shows and come home. But I did get to rest and enjoy the holidays with my family. Sorry that was so long. You got the whole story. Oh, sorry, I forgot. Being an underdog coming in is natural. I'm not always going to be invincible. I'm not always going to be the top dog, and Lysacek has had a very good season. But I can't say that yes, I'm going to win or yes, I'm going to lose, but I'm going to fight as hard as I can to be the 4-time national champion. And I think if I skate well and I skate the way I've been training, then I should be okay. But and all the chatter about being an underdog or not really having a chance against Evan is just talk, and it's not something that I take very seriously, and it doesn't change the way that I'm prepared for this competition.
Liz over there.
Thanks. If you could sort of continue the story of your injury, could you tell us what the ultimate diagnosis was and how you have managed to recover, and if you have any degree of pain or limitation or any lingering thing left from that? Thanks.
When I arrived home from St. Petersburg, I just took it easy for a few days because the doctor that was in St. Petersburg said it's just a bad bruise and it's just in a really inopportune place. And that's something that I took seriously, and I was like, okay, I'm going to take a few days off and rest and regroup and then slowly get back on the ice and start working again. And it was still hurting even up to last week on certain spin positions and the takeoff for triple axels when I would get tired or first thing in the morning. And
Sorry. Go ahead.
and it wasn't completely 100% normal, but it was workable, and it wasn't a very difficult road to get back onto training and to doing all of my elements. But there still was pain, and it was a little bit difficult at sometimes, but nothing so severe. And then Monday morning, right before we were leaving for here, and last week was a great week. I skated really well.
I had to leave on Saturday. Saturday. And he had practiced Friday. Everything was really good. And I said, please be smart on the one practice Monday that I'm not there for. His mom calls me from the airport. She was very funny, and she said, I wasn't quite sure how long to leave him lying on the ice after he hit his hip and didn't move for a while. She said, that's usually your job, and usually you'll yell, are you okay? And she said, I didn't know how long to leave him, so I left him for a while, and then he finally moved. So I had a heads up.
Yes. So I was just doing one last quad toe in the morning practice, and generally in the morning